Good job.
See the summit view. Well, the views can't get any worse.
A hike to the top of Mount Jimmy Simpson rewards hikers with spectacular views of Bow Lake, the Wapta Icefields, and the rugged peaks of the Canadian Rockies. To get to the trailhead, drive west from Lake Louise on the Trans-Canada Highway for 2.5 kilometers, 1.5 miles, and take the Icefields Parkway's exit, Highway 93, going north towards Jasper. Drive for approximately 38 kilometers, 23 miles, until you reach the turnoff for Num Taj Ya Lodge. Turn left on the service road and park at the Bow Lake parking lot. In 1898, 21-year-old mountaineer, trapper, guide, and Scottish runaway Jimmy Simpson passed the location where the lodge now stands and said, "Someday, I'll build a shack there." About 25 years later, he did, and 10 years after that, the original shack would become a 24-guest room lodge, complete with a parlor, dining room, and horse stables, ready to support the guests coming through on the newly built Banff-Jasper Highway. Jimmy passed away in 1972 at the age of 95. In 1974, Parks Canada officially dedicated the tallest peak behind the lodge as Mount Jimmy Simpson in his honor. Although there is no explicit signage for this hike, you'll mostly follow the well-trodden path to Bow Glacier Falls, providing hikers with a recognizable and straightforward direction. Once past the lodge, you'll follow a relatively flat trail that skirts the shores of Bow Lake, its turquoise waters reflecting the towering peak of North Crowfoot Mountain that dominates the opposite shore.
So we're going to Mount Jimmy Simpson today. So we'll see how that goes. Beautiful day. First 4K is pretty flat, so trying to hoof it.
The trail eventually leaves the lakeshore and travels along the west side of a large alluvial delta. Continue to follow the obvious path across the gravel flats, leading to stairs where you'll start to gain some serious elevation. At the top of the stairs, the trail now splits in two. Continue straight ahead on the trail that leads to Bow Glacier Falls. The left-hand trail goes to Bow Hut, a great hike for another day. Continue along the crest of a forested terminal moraine, making your way down into the glacial basin, and continue along the trail until you break off to your right towards the head wall to start the ascent. To find the trail easier, aim for these trees. Once you cross the talus field, turn right and head around the back of the trees. You'll follow a noticeable trail on a sloping ramp at tree line, then turn left and go up a steep dirt slope. Proceed cautiously up the steep dirt slope, as it is scattered with small rocks that could easily cause you to slip and fall. The trick here is to determine the correct ledge to take, for there are several possible candidates on the steep slope. If you turn right prematurely, you'll end up doing some unnecessary bushwhacking. It's much easier to stay longer on the dirt trail to reach the open ledge. From this vantage point, you get a sense of how far you've come. Cirque Peak is the tall mountain in the background, behind the lodge.
Hoop. Aha. Nice.
Now it's just a matter of following the ledge to the upper valley. There are a few spots where you'll encounter some mild exposure, but it is nothing too dangerous. If you're on the correct ledge, this small section of rock might be the most scrambling you'll do all day. Eventually, the ledge opens up into a beautiful alpine basin. At the back of the basin, you'll get a better look at the gully you'll have to ascend in order to gain the summit. The grade is very steep, approximately 200 meters of elevation over a distance of 500 meters with unstable rubble and scree underfoot. There are several boot-beaten paths that others have taken, but use your own route finding skills to determine the one that's best for you. The most unpleasant part is having to cautiously navigate the large rubble field so you don't accidentally twist an ankle. Thankfully, as you ascend, the trail becomes more defined and the rubble gets smaller, but it's still a tedious slog up the gully. At the top of the saddle, you'll turn to your right, the northeast, and with the summit in sight, hike up over easy scree for approximately 20 minutes. Thankfully, as you work your way to the summit, you'll have amazing views the whole time.
Of course, my battery died right as I'm approaching the summit, so I'm like,
Your battery or
the GoPro.
okay, good.
So I'm like, gotta replace it now to see the summit view.
My cell phone is doing great. My battery's good job.
Good. Good work. Woo! Woo! Nope. It's just a yellow. Yes. It's probably that.
Most would agree this spot is widely regarded as offering one of the best views in the Canadian Rockies. The scenery is breathtaking in every direction, with glaciated peaks on one side, non-glaciated peaks on the other, and the stunning Bow Lake nestled between them. On a sunny day, the peaks of the Wapta Icefields stand out in sharp clarity, creating a truly awe-inspiring sight.
Good to go. Yeah, safe trip back. Have a safe trip back, everybody. Good to see you.
After the elation of summiting, and you start to retrace each hard-earned step back to the trailhead, the return transforms into a journey of reflection, providing an opportunity to appreciate the trail from a different perspective.
They're hoofing it. It's all good. Yeah. Let them go ahead. Don't rush.
The landscape that once lay ahead now unfolds in reverse, offering fresh insights and a chance to savor the memories forged during the ascent. Navigating the familiar yet sometimes overlooked features of the trail becomes a conscious effort, emphasizing the importance of remaining vigilant during the descent.
Oh, this tree again. Now the falls are really going, it seems. All that melt.
From here, it should take you approximately 45 minutes to get back to the parking lot.
Good one.
The last stretch of any hike always seems to take forever as you make your way back to the trailhead.
You waited for us, so one good deed. Thanks. Have fun. We there yet? I can't take it anymore.